Good morning, lovelies. Zoe Two Dots here with some more Pokemon Go goodness for you, and today we have got ZTD News, your weekly news update in Pokemon Go. So let's jump into it again. Another full week of updates and events and all kinds of crazy things happening. So let's get straight into it. The first topic being 7-kilometer eggs, yay! All of the baby Pokemon are now hatching from 7-kilometer eggs. This is including Pichu with the Christmas Santa hat, the holiday hat, which can also be a shiny. So keep your eyes out for shiny holiday hat Pichu, and also from the 7-kilometer eggs are potentially shiny Azurill. Shiny Azurill, super duper adorable. Actually one of like the few green shinies that I like. It's like just in that really nice sea foamy green kind of spectrum just. And really gorgeous is shiny Azumarill, which evolves from Marill. Amazing gold and an absolute unit in the Great League for PvP. So if you've got one of these bad boys to flex with in PvP, go to town because they are, first of all, adorable and second of all, really functional. But yes, we're seeing every baby that is currently in the game hatching from 7-kilometer eggs. This is including the newly added Munchlax, Chingling and Mantike. I have not been so lucky with my egg hatches, even though I've been hatching like an absolute fiend over the last day and a half. I've been going absolutely mental with eggs. Nothing new, nothing shiny, as is tradition. So I'm gonna keep going though, keep hatching and just keep doing these ones because it's gonna happen eventually, right? I'm really hoping that Niantic removes Alolan from 7-kilometer eggs. They've been in there for more than long enough. And they're kind of just at the point now where they're getting in the way of shiny baby hunting or just getting new babies in general. I'd really personally love to see Alolans just spawning in the wild because half of them already do anyway. Get them out of the eggs and just have all 7-kilometer eggs for the time being be baby Pokemon, so you know regardless of what you're picking up from your friend's eggs, it's going to be a baby. There's going to be a chance of potential shinies in there. And then in the future, you know, seeing things like the regional eggs maybe come back in the future, or the second generation of regional eggs and things like that later on. But I would love to see just babies in 7Ks for now. So fingers crossed you're all hatching some really fun stuff from these 7-kilometer eggs, and you can get a nice little roster together for the Baby League. So if you guys don't know what the Baby League is, or if you want to get another overview or, you know, brief kind of guide onto how the Baby League works, which Pokemon are super effective against each other, pick the video up here. It'll be in the description as well for the best Pokemon in the Baby League. Rolling these 7-kilometer eggs into the holiday event. The holiday event has been popping at the moment. As of you guys watching this right now, we're still in the double candy, like the last day, I believe, of double candy. So start doing your transfers, get all those catches in that you need for your double candy bonus. If you've got legendaries, mythicals sitting there, it's time to start mass transferring them. And if they're Gen 1 applicable or Meltan, you can transfer them to Let's Go and still be credited with the double candy reward. So if you want to save the time of transferring individual Meltan, one after the other, send them all to Pokemon Let's Go and you can still get the double candy reward. So besides the Delibird with potential shiny and the Snover that we've been seeing in abundance, there's also a few other Gen 4 Pokemon spawning around. For myself, I managed to snag a Krogunk, which evolves into Toxicroak, but for the other ones, I haven't even seen them on the nearby as a shadow. And we're looking at Finian that evolves into Luminian, really gorgeous fishies right here. Bronzor, which evolves into Bronzong. I haven't seen those at all. Scorpy, little scorpion boy that evolves into Drapion. And yeah, that's it, yeah. Oh my gosh, I need to, Scorpy. I can't even know. Toxicroak, yeah, Bronzor, Snover, Krogunk. Yeah? Yeah. Those are also spawning in the wild as well, so keep your eyes peeped. I literally have only seen Krogunk on my nearbys. Like I haven't seen any of the other ones, even as shadows, and the evolved forms are spawning in the wild as well. So keep your eyes out for both the first stage and second stage evolutions for these ones in the wild. Thankfully, they will at least pop up at the top of your nearby if there is one on the nearby list as a shadow. So fingers crossed you guys can track those ones down soon. I'm still personally going hard to try and find shiny Delibird. No such luck yet, but I will literally not stop until I get one. I need this shiny. It is gorgeous. I love it. I want it. Come to me, shiny Delibird. And also Santa Hat Pikachu is spawning as a shiny as well. So be sure to click on all these Santa Hat Pikachus that you do see, or Holiday Hat Pikachus, because they do have the chance to be shiny. And it will be quite a rare shiny as well, considering they only spawn during this 2-week event in December. So fingers crossed and good luck to you guys for your shiny hunts. Do not forget as well to spin every single day for your free single-use incubator. Delibird clothing options are now available in the fashion store as well for your avatar items. And coming up at next in rewards is we're currently in Candy, going to be going into Stardust, then into XP, and then into Incubator double effectivity. So be sure to get hatching, catching, trading, raiding, all that good stuff in the optimal windows for what you need to get the bonuses for. I'm excited for Stardust because I need to regain all that Stardust that I've spent. I've been trying to be really reserved with my Stardust for PvP, but it's gonna start to be, I'm actually gonna start investing some dust, so rip in pieces. Jumping into our legendary raid boss of the month, we have got Heatran that is sticking with us until January 15th. So I managed to sneak in my first ever Heatran this week. It was very tight. We failed at the first round because I was the only level 40 in our squad of 3 people. Made a first attempt, failed, then kind of like re-entered, changed up some moves, powered up a few little things, and made it with 1 second to spare. So absolutely clutch, but we did make it in the end. So do remember guys, if you have got a smaller raid party, or if you've maybe got a collection of different trainers that might not have, you know, fully powered up Groudons and things like that, if you're going in with a small group, use ground type moves. Don't even worry about the water types, but just go in with ground type moves because it's going to be doubly weak to ground. So you really need to focus those ground type moves when you're in smaller groups. It can be done with smaller groups and with not, you know, you don't have to be level 40, but go for ground if you're in really small type groups or if you're under level 40 without powered up optimized counters. So hot tip. If you want to see a full video of which Pokemon are the best to use against Heatran, peep the video up here. I've got a full counters guide for Heatran available. Up next in news, Totodile is, as expected, our next Community Day Pokemon. So on January 12th/13th, depending on your time zone, we will be getting Totodile in its shiny form and the standard 3-hour lures running, and then also quarter distance incubators or quarter distance egg hatching. So a really good one if you're going to be popping a lot of those eggs. If you collected a whole bunch of 7Ks left over from the holiday event, time to start hatching those bad boys as well. Get out there, get some walking in, make the most of your adventure sync and all that good stuff, and just incubate like crazy. Hot tip for community days that have got egg incubator effectivity. Sometimes, you know, the constant hashing gets a bit distracting while you're trying to like shiny check and things like that. But one thing to remember is about 10 minutes before the event ends, make sure that you go into your bag and make sure you incubate everything right before the end of the event. Because even if you don't hatch them during the event, as long as they're in their incubators, like literally like can be seconds before the event clicks over, as long as they're in an incubator before the event ends, you will benefit from that quarter hatch distance. So I totally recommend getting, you know, your 10Ks, your 7Ks and things like that, incubating them right at the end. If you're not incubating all the way throughout, but make sure you have a set on right at the end as well to make the most of that. Shiny Totodile, of course, actually a really nice shiny as well, really good color change, so I'm definitely keen to get a couple of these bad boys if I can. Lastly, kind of just briefly touching on PvP, I wanted to shout out our Dome Fossil on Reddit for this really cool list of like S tier, A+ tier, A and B tier Pokemon for the Great League, including which Pokemon they are and what movesets are the best for them. It's been a really interesting read, just kind of have a look through and see like the variety of Pokemon in the Great League that are absolute powerhouses in PvP. So I've been starting to like combine a few things from their list, and also like a few Pokemon that I've used myself that I'm like, oh, I really like the coverage of these Pokemon, and kind of like combining to make my team of 6. If you guys watched the PvP tournament that was hosted by Trainer Tips and Mystic7, the way that the Sylph League is going to be running like their PvP comps is you have a team of 6 that you can pick 3 from that pool. So as you go through each round, you can reshuffle between that team of 6, and I really want to make like a really spicy, cohesive team of 6. I've got about 3 or 4 of them locked in. I haven't spent any dust yet, but it's getting close to that time. 3 or 4 of them locked in, and I really want to see how they go in PvP. So thank you very much Dome Fossil for this list. I've been kind of combining that with also the sortable move effectiveness list from GoHub, which has been really cool as well to see how much damage each move outputs, how fast each move charges, and kind of like making these like side-by-side comparisons, and I hope I'm putting together a decent team. But yeah, it's almost time to spend that Stardust, so oh, I just have to commit and do it, and then hopefully take you guys on and absolutely come out like a powerhouse team. That, I mean, I'll probably get destroyed, but I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful. So links for both of those handy resources are in the description as well. And lastly, but not leastly, I'm live right now. As you guys are watching this, I am actually live right now for the secret monthly Patreon live stream. So if you guys want to get access to monthly private live streams, they are for the Patreon good eggs only. Link is in the description. You can support for as little as $1 a month to get access to the live streams. And if you're feeling generous and you want to go up in the other tiers, there are other bonuses, including monthly postcards, Discord group access to the private Patreon only Discord, a whole bunch of extra things, nicknaming my Pokemon, all that good stuff. So pick the link in the description and come hang out with us as well. Now let's jump into AR photo of the week. Why do you guys make my job so hard? There are some phenomenal photos coming through, especially with like that holiday end of year kind of theme. All the fireworks and Christmas lights and everything is so beautiful. I think that I might need to do like a best of the year or like a full 10-minute video just like highlighting my favorite AR photographers of this year, because you guys have gone mental. But let's jump into the first one. Here is from RightTube or RightTube.be. I'm gonna say it's like RightTube, it's a really cute name. But RightTube here with their son meeting a Don fan. I love the, like you guys know, I love Pokemon and people interacting. Really wonderful placement of your son in this photo here. An awesome scale, just such a large Pokemon compared to a little kid. I love this photo. It's so super cute, and you know, the padding on the back as well, perfectly placed. Thank you very much, RightTube. Next up is Pelepogo with this Delibird here that is getting ready for a little bit of travel for the holiday season. Wishing you guys a safe travel wherever you might be heading to, and I hope that Delibird manages to make all the rounds with those presents that it's going to be throwing out to all the good trainers. This photo is just super adorable. You guys know I like when people get like spicy angles in AR as well. Really cute, and I really need to get out and photograph my own Delibird, so thank you for the inspiration, Pelepogo. Next up after that is Solgoon Pogo with this gorgeous, just gorgeous Pikachu with a holiday hat, just looking up at this gorgeous Christmas tree. I love the kind of like out of focus depth of field that's been shown here with the tree in the background. Pikachu perfectly centered from behind. I just really love the placement for this. It's just perfectly put together. I love it. The colors are gorgeous. Really beautiful shot. Thank you so much, Sol, for this picture. And lastly is Sapporo Poke with this really cool. Now take a second to look at this little Christmas tree that they have made out of a whole stack of photos. This is a combination of multiple Instagram posts that are made up of multiple photos themselves to make this really cool kind of like pixelated grid kind of Christmas tree. So 10 out of 10 for the effort, first of all, to collect and take all of these AR photos, but then also to make like and have this Christmas tree being sitting at the top of their page for a bit over 2 weeks now, I think. So really awesome effort with the Christmas tree. So shout out to you, and of course has a really lovely library as well of Pokemon Go photos. So be sure to check out all of our Pokemon Go AR photographers for the week with their links in the description. With that being said, guys, this will be the last news before Christmas. So if you guys are celebrating Christmas, and even if you're not, I hope you have a wonderful week, safe with either yourself or your family. If you're celebrating with friends and family, I hope that it is an absolutely fun one. And if you are celebrating or if you are alone this year, don't forget that we love you and you are an amazing egg and part of this community as well. So I hope you have a great time either way. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you want to come and hang out with the live stream happening right now, link for the Patreon goodness is in the description as well. I hope you guys have a wonderful morning, noon, night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.